What is ASMR? Have you ever felt your mind racing so fast you couldn't catch a single thought? And then suddenly, the smallest sound, a whisper, a tap, a gentle rhythm somehow quieted your anxiety. That feeling, it has a name, ASMR. Now look, I don't believe in magic fixes or easy buttons. If you've watched my channel, you know I believe in the long road, but I also believe in having tools at your disposal. And this one, it's helped millions. So I did the research, and what I found is that this matches everything I stand for: calm, presence, and coming back to the moment. So let me break it down into 4 key points so it's easy to understand and maybe easy to use when anxiety tries to take over. Stick with me. You'll understand after I explain. Point 1. What ASMR really is. ASMR stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. Sounds clinical, right? But at its core, it's simple. It's the way our brain and our body respond to gentle, repetitive triggers, especially sounds. Things like a whisper just behind the ear, fingernails tapping on a surface, the rhythmic brushing of hair, someone speaking with a careful, focused intention, or even watching hands fold towels, slice fruit, or paint slowly on a canvas. For some people, it creates this tingling sensation, starting at the scalp and drifting down the neck across the shoulders, like goosebumps. For others, it's not about tingles, just a calm wash, like your brain taking off its armor and saying, "You're safe now, you can exhale." It's your nervous system, that ancient survival engine, being told, "You can stand down, there's no threat here, you can soften." If you've ever watched something repetitious and quiet, like someone slicing vegetables or cleaning makeup brushes, flipping the pages of a book, and suddenly felt mesmerized or even soothed, that might have been ASMR. If anxiety feels like being yanked away from the present, ASMR does the opposite. It gently pulls you back into the now. Think of it this way: it's not a shortcut to healing, but it is a pause button, one that some of us didn't even know we needed. You'll understand why that pause matters after we look at what the science has to tell us. Point 2. The science behind the calm. Now, it's one thing to feel relaxed after hearing a soft sound, but does science back it up? Turns out, yeah, it does. In the last decade, researchers have started taking ASMR seriously. They've put participants under functional MRIs, brain scans, to see what's actually happening. And here's what they found. When people experienced ASMR, their heart rate slows down, their stress hormones drop, especially cortisol. Brain regions tied to empathy, emotional regulation, and connection light up. Turns out that it's not just a YouTube trend, it's actually a neurochemical shift. ASMR triggers the same calming systems as mindfulness, deep breathing, or meditation, except instead of silence, it's sound and sight that guide the body to relax. And the beauty of that, it doesn't require years of practice. It's not fluff. It's closer to meditation or breath work, just delivered through sound. It shifts your system from fight or flight to rest and digest. That's huge, because most of us are walking around in a low-key panic 24/7. Calm doesn't always come from thinking. Sometimes it comes from feeling, which brings me to the third point, which will help us to understand this even deeper. Point 3, anxiety and ASMR, why it connects. Let's talk about anxiety, because I know it all too well. For some of us, anxiety doesn't knock, it breaks in, flipping on every light in the house all at once. You know the feeling. Your thoughts race, your breath shortens, muscles tense, and your brain hits refresh on worst case scenarios like doom scrolling a Twitter feed. Yeah, here's where ASMR enters. It doesn't argue with the panic. It doesn't try to talk it down. It just offers a new signal. Softer, slower, repetitive, like a whisper in the middle of a riot saying, "Focus here, feel this, you're okay." And the brain listens, even when it doesn't want to. It does, because ASMR doesn't go through the thinking mind. It goes past that. It shifts your attention from thought to sensation, from what if to right now. That's the power. And it's not just metaphorical. When you watch or listen to ASMR, your brain literally reroutes its focus, activating calming centers and telling your body, stand down, it's okay. And for people in constant alert mode, it's like being handed an emotional ceasefire. It may not erase the anxiety, but it breaks the spiral. It short circuits the panic loop just long enough for you to come back to the present. What if I fail? What if I can't sleep? What if they leave? Well, a soft whisper, quiet tapping. Let's breathe. Let's be here. That's enough for now. And that discovery started right here in YouTube channels, which brings me to my fourth point of researching ASMR. From a YouTube trend to a mental health tool that's used by millions, and actual researchers have been looking into it. Now let's rewind the clock a bit. In the beginning, ASMR was kind of a joke. People whispering into microphones, tapping on bananas, crinkling bags, role-playing as soft-spoken baristas or elf queens giving you imaginary scalp exams. Most folks didn't get it. They laughed, scrolled past it, mocked. But something weird happened. The people who stayed started to feel better. They slept better. They panicked less, felt held, even just virtually. And what started as this odd corner of YouTube grew into a global movement. Today, ASMR is recommended by therapists, built into mental health apps, studied in neuroscience labs, and more importantly, used by millions to get through the night, to calm their storms, and to survive. Here's what I love about ASMR. It wasn't invented by a doctor. It wasn't funded by some pharmaceutical company. It came from everyday people. Folks with second-hand mics and bedroom recording setups. People saying, if this helps me, maybe it'll help you too. It's peer-to-peer calm, do-it-yourself empathy. And honestly, that's the kind of healing we need more of, because mental health tools shouldn't be exclusive. They should be everywhere, in your pocket, in your feed, in a video you didn't even know you needed at 2 a.m. And even if it's not your tool, for someone else, it's the tool. And now you know the basics: what ASMR is, how it impacts the brain, why it calms anxiety, and how it went from YouTube to essential. But this was just the intro. In part 2, I'll go even deeper. How to practice ASMR even without a screen, where skeptics went wrong about it, and how to make calm a daily habit. Because if anxiety is the storm, ASMR might be your umbrella. Until next time, choose stillness, choose tools, choose peace, as we should.